All right, guys, we are going to learn how to make flashcards today. All right, so we're going to use our index cards. Hopefully, you have index cards. If you don't, you're going to use the white index cards that we made in class. So, the first thing you want to do is make 5 lines on your flashcards. And you want those lines to be as straight as possible. All right, so if you're not using a ruler or a book, you're just going to go freehand, and you want to go very slow. All right, so you want to go very slow. I am going to go slow so I can try to get this line as straight as possible. Then I'm going to start using my ruler. But I'm just show you, if you go slow, you can get it straight, as straight as possible. All right, that's kind of cricket, but you know what I was going for there. So I'm going to go ahead and use the ruler on the rest of this stuff. So now I'm making my second line here. Now I'm going to make my third line here. Okay. And then I'm going to make my fourth line, I'm going to make my fourth line here, which is actually line 2. Then I'm going to make my last line right here, okay? So, again, if you don't have index cards, you would do the same thing, all right? You would do the same exact thing I just got to doing, but only difference is you don't have any lines, all right? So, I'm going to go ahead and make this first line. You want to try to get your spaces to be the same size throughout if you possibly can. All right. Let me go to this one. That line was kind of crooked, but it's fine. I'll bring my ruler down. This is the next line. Remember, you're doing 5 lines. So this is going to be the 4th line that I draw. And then this is my last line that I'm drawing, okay? Try to get your spaces to be as the same size as possible. All right, boom. So I got 5 lines here, all right? So, let me get all this. All right, so I got 5 lines. My card has a lot of chalk on it, or not chalk, but pencil lead. So I got 5 lines. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and make a bass clef. So remember, to make a bass clef, you're going to go to this 4th line, draw a little dot, bring it up, curve it all the way down here, draw a dot above the 4th line, a dot below the 4th line, all right? And you got a bass clef, all right? And so you're going to do that 4 times for 3 other cards, all right? And you'll have 4 altogether. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now it's time for us to make our notes. So we already know that F is always on the 4th line. All right, we know that because that's a bass clef / F clef. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a note on the 4th line. All right, and I know that this note is F. So on the back, I am going to put an F. All right, then I am through with that. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to grab one of my next cards. So we're just doing lines today. We're going to figure out this 5th line. So if the 4th line is F, this space has to be G, because when I go up in the alphabet, the next letter is G, and I'm going up on the staff. So that's G, and if this is G, we know the next letter in the music alphabet is A, because once we get G in the music alphabet, we start back over with A. So this is A. So I'm going to go ahead and circle around this line. Make sure that that line is intersecting through the middle. And on the back, I'm going to put, you guessed it, yes, A, because that is A. I'm going to go ahead to my next card. So we're doing nothing but lines. So I want to figure out what this 3rd line is. Now remember, the 4th line is always F. So if I go down on the staff, that means I have to go backwards in the alphabet. So if this is F, this has to be E, this space. But I don't want a space, I want a line. So if this is E, I got to go down on the staff to this letter, to this line rather. And the letter is going to be D, because if I go backwards from E, that will be D. So I got F, E, D. So I'm going to go ahead and circle around there. Try to get it in the middle as much as possible. All right. And then I am going to, on the back, put the letter D. So I know that's D. All right. Next thing, I'm trying to figure out this 2nd line. All right. So if this is F and I'm going down, I know this is E because I'm going down and backwards in the alphabet. And before E comes D, which is what we just did. So this space has to be C. And if this has to be C, that means this, you guessed it, yes, has to be B. So I'm going to go ahead and circle around that. And then on the back, I'm going to put B. So the goal with these flashcards are to memorize. memorize where these notes are on the staff and what letter it represents. So we always know that's F. All right. I should be able to say, oh, boom, that's on the second line. That means that has to be B. Is it? Yes. All right. Oh, boom, that's on the fifth line. That has to be A. Is it? Yup. All right. Boom. This is on the third line. That means it has to be D. Boom. And so this is going to help you with your note identification exercise that we will be doing. Okay? So you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.